everyone. I'm so glad you could make it today. Today, I will be talking about Roman Polanski, aka Raymond Roman Theory Polanski, full name. He was born on August 18th, 1933, and he is still alive. He's been married to 3 different women: Barbara Kwiatkowska, Sharon Tate, Emmanuel Signer. But throwing it back a little bit to when he was a kid, okay? So, Roman Polanski, he was born in Poland, and, I said he was born in 1933, a little bit of unfortunate timing. He lived through the Holocaust, and he survived. Thrown it a bit forward, his life was turned in 1969 when his wife, Sharon Tate, and his 4 friends were murdered by the Manson family. A little bit more about his life. This man was a terrible person. In 1977, he was arrested. He was charged with drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl, and he made a plea bargain with the judge to call off 5 of the 6 charges and just plead guilty to unlawful sex with a minor. But then he found out, oh my god, the judge is going to reject it. Even though he accepted it, he's going to take it back. He's going to actually charge me with 50 years in prison instead of the little bit of time that he served. He fled to Paris. And that makes him a fugitive for the United States justice system. Look into how he really decided to become a director. He had a large fascination with film ever since he was a little kid, around ages 4 or 5, but that came to a halt once the Holocaust started, and the most he really got was sneak peeks of German newsreels through barbed wire. But after the Holocaust, he spent a lot of his money going to the movies, but obviously he could see a lot more because movies are not expensive back then as they are now, coming from a lovely AMC worker. And a movie that largely influenced his career was Sir Carol Reed's Odd Man Out, which came in 1947. He still stands by that this is one of the greatest films he's ever seen, and that it was a huge inspiration to him and his following career. He attended the National Film School in Lodz, and there he had his directorial debut. It was a short film called Rower, and it was about the real-life event of when Polanski, went to go buy a bicycle from a notorious felon, but instead of getting a nice old bicycle, he was beat up and got his money stolen, leaving him with a fractured skull. Then he had his first feature film, Knife in the Water, in 1962 come out, and that got an Academy Award nomination for Best Foreign Film. His style and him, he brings in a lot of his past and realism into it. With The Pianist, it takes place World War II, and there's parallels in there to what he went through and stuff like that. Sigourney Weaver has described his take on filmmaking and directing, with him concentrating on details, props, and corners. He celebrates that claustrophobic intensity of relationships, and he's been compared to Alfred Hitchcock, with Polanski unleashing his own brand of surrealism from the basis of a realism and logic at these smaller levels of texture. He doesn't want you to be sucked out at any moment, because that small amount of less care and details could be that sloppiness that just destroys that emotional impact of that scene and overall the whole movie. It was really big with absurdity, isolation, and desire. That a lot of that comes from his troubled past. Again, his wife murdered when he was in London, him living through the Holocaust, his parents being sent to concentration camps, literally those events, very traumatizing. What he does is he merges that fantasy world of art and cinema and those real life experiences, ranging from goofy camp movies to cinematic masterpieces. And that's kind of just an overview of of a Roman Polanski. While he is a recurring winner with his films, he's also a kind of sucky person. By kind of sucky, I mean really sucky. So you can separate art from the artist, but just remember where its roots are from. Thank you for listening. Love ya.